Hello class, my name is Brian O'Malley, and in this video I'm going to show how to identify hosts and open ports on Hotel Dorsey's Ubuntu Linux machine using Nmap. Then I will conduct a vulnerability scan and exploit the VSFTPD service running on port 21 to extract user data and crack a password hash that is stored on the machine. So to begin, on the attack machine, I'm going to open terminal. I'm going to find information on the network that I'm on using the ifconfig command. This is the IP address of my attack machine, 10.4.2.50, and this is the subnet mask we're on, a /24 address. That means there can be up to 254 hosts on the network that we're going to be looking for. So to find the other hosts that are on the network, we're going to use Nmap to scan the network. This will also find open ports on the machines. So Nmap, use SV, that'll give us information on the port services. Then we're going to scan the 10.4.2.0 network address with the /24 mask. Then we're going to run this. This is going to take around 40 seconds. Alright, our Nmap scan is complete. Let's see what we found. This is the only other host we found on the scan. It's got a bunch of open ports, and a lot of them could be exploitable. I'm going to be exploiting the port 21, which is the VSFTPD 2.3.4 service. VSFTPD is a FTP server for Unix-based systems, and this version has been modified with a backdoor which can allow remote hosts to connect and start a shell session on the Ubuntu Linux victim machine as the root user. And some other ports here that are going to be exploited by my teammates are Telnet, HTTP, and NFS. Now that we have the IP address of the victim machine, I can use this for a vulnerability scan. I'm going to close the terminal and click on Applications and open up OpenVAS Vulnerability Scanner. Okay, hopefully we're logged in. Once we're logged in, we're going to go over to Scans and click the Tasks button. From there, we're going to find the wand in the corner and click Task Wizard. Here we can enter the IP address of the machine that we want to find vulnerability information on, which will be the Hotel Dorsey Ubuntu Linux machine, address 10.4.2.100. And to start a scan, you hit the Start Scan button. I've already completed a scan on this, so I'm going to just go to the report and show you guys information on the vulnerabilities. Okay, so here on this page, OpenVAS lists the vulnerabilities by order of severity. So up here are some of the more serious threats to the system, which is port 512, service rexec, see some HTTP, twiki, and then what I'm going to be exploiting is right here on port 21, the VSFTPD vulnerability. So what is the problem with this vulnerability? OpenVAS tells you information which says attackers can exploit this issue to execute arbitrary commands in the context of the application. Successful attacks will compromise the affected application. So that's what we're going to attempt to exploit today using Metasploit application on the Kali Linux. So I can close this now. I'm going to close this also and open Metasploit. Metasploit is penetration testing software with many built-in exploits that will work to infiltrate the Ubuntu Linux machine. So now that I open Metasploit, give it a second to start up. Okay, we're in the Metasploit. From here, I can search VSFTPD to find one of the built-in exploits, and there's only one, so it's very simple to choose which one I'm going to use. And as you can see, it's for version 2.3.4, which we found a vulnerability on from the vulnerability scan. So to use this exploit, we just type in the number exploit that it was from the search, and then we can start setting the options. So options, port 21 is already set, so I'm going to set our host to the victim machine. Set to the victim machine address, which is 10.4.2.100. And there it's been set, and from there I can just start. I can type in exploit and hit enter, and it'll begin running the backdoor service. And here I am. I've broken into the system. Who am I? I'm the root user. This is the root directory. There's some system information. And whose name? I'm on the Metasploitable machine, which is the Ubuntu Linux machine owned by Hotel Dorsey. LS. See, these are some of the directories that are stored on the victim machine. From here, I'm going to break into the Red Team 4 directory. CD Red Team 4. See which directories are in this. There's a directory for each student in my group in here. I'm going to choose student 2 for me, and view the files in there. Let's see, there's a mypass.txt file. To view the contents of the file, I use the cat command, mypass.txt. Right here is the user data that I'm going to store. I'm going to steal the contents of this and store on my attack machine using LeafPad. See, I minimized the this is the Metasploit terminal. I'm going to open a new terminal. This is the root user on my attack machine. I'm going to use the terminal to open LeafPad. I'm going to do mypass.txt. Here we go, the LeafPad application opened, and from there I'm going to save the user data, then select File, Save. So the user data for student 2 has been saved. Then I'm going to go back to Metasploit, and I'm going to return to the root directory now. I'm back at the root directory. So I already stole my user data for Red Team 4, and now I'm going to steal the password hash, which is in Red Team Look Here. So I'm going to go to the Red Team Look Here directory. And in the Red Team Look Here directory, there's a shadow file where the password hashes are stored. To view the shadow file, I'm going to just do cat shadow. And here's all the password hashes for the whole class. Again, my password hash is going to be Red Team 4 Student 2, so I'm going to copy that whole thing and minimize the Metasploit window. open a new window to open an attack user terminal. I'm going to open LeafPad again. I'm going to name it Red Team RT4 S2 hash txt. This is where I'm going to save the Red Team 4 student 2 hash. I'm going to close that. I can open Metasploit again. Sorry, I did not need this right now. I'm going to open another terminal window, and I'm going to use John the Ripper to crack the hash file that I just saved. The show option will display the cracked hash after John the Ripper cracks it. There we go. This is the cracked hash right here. I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to open another LeafPad file. And there, I'm going to save cracked hash. This is the student, the login, and this is the cracked password right here. I'm going to save that and exit. From there, I've stolen all of the information that I need for this project. I've stolen the MyPass user data. I've stolen the password hash. And this is the cracked hash. And they're all stored on my attack machine. The data has been exfiltrated. So in conclusion, the Ubuntu Linux machine owned by Hotel Dorsey has many security flaws outside of just the VSFTPD version 2.3.4 vulnerability that I was able to exploit. It would be beneficial of Hotel Dorsey to hire a network administrator who has experience with network security. Hotel chains store customers' personal and financial information as well as travel plans that must be stored securely to ensure safety of the customer and prevent lawsuits and fines to Hotel Dorsey. All software on the system should be updated to the latest versions, and unneeded ports should be shut down so that they cannot be accessed by attackers. Customer data should be encrypted and stored in multiple locations with backups to avoid data loss. The latest version of VSFTPD version 3.0.5 is available at security.appspot.com/vsftpd.html. The latest version has no backdoor and is secure. Thank you. That'll be the end of my video for today.